I'm ChezPride and welcome back to another Sims 4 Business and Hobbies related video. And today, I want to build my first custom business. So I've showed off and kind of played in some of the businesses that come pre-made in the world in a couple of videos now. But now I want to do a gameplay review on running my own business for the first time soon. So obviously I need a business to run and I want it to fit all my needs. So I figured I would just go ahead and build it. And since it's my first custom business that I am building, I figured I'd just go ahead and build it on camera with you guys. So I've went ahead and made some Sims that I want to do that video with. And since we're building this for them, I'm going to do a brief introduction with them. But when I do the gameplay video, I'll do a more in-depth introduction to them. But then after I do a little introduction to these Sims, we're going to jump straight into building this business. And basically, I pretty much want to make an art studio that sells art and provides art classes and really just gives the Sims a public community space to come paint in general. But also, I wanted to have a basement where the owner's best friend does tattoos as a part of the business, and maybe a little studio apartment on the top for when they're here, just in case they or other possible employees that they might hire in the future need anything while we're playing. I don't think they would live at the business, but I do think it would be useful to have that little section for gameplay. So these are the two Sims that I have created to run this business, and I will be modeling this business after as far as style and what is going to be in the business and what the business will acquire. Now obviously, just by looking at them, you can kind of see style-wise that they are quite the opposite, pretty much day and night, and that also kind of shows in their personality, but these two have been best friends since childhood. They are in it together through thick and thin. They've moved into this little house together, and they have decided, since they are both the very creative type, even if it's in pretty much completely opposite ways, that they could open up a small business to pay the bills and be able to use their creative outlets at the same time. So our first Sim here is Greta Tolbert, and she is creative, a goofball, and a dog lover, and she wants to be a painter extraordinaire, and she's going to be kind of the front face of the business. So she's going to give the art classes, and she really wants to give a place for her community to come paint, and she's going to be the one doing the main socialization and the main advertising for the business. And then we have her best friend, Jamie McAllister, who is also creative, but she is a cat lover, but she is ambitious, and she wants to be an esteemed entrepreneur, which is one of the new aspirations that pretty much means she wants to run a 5-star business. So really, she's the brains behind the business. So even though she's going to be in the more secluded area down in the basement and not be communicating with as many people, she's the one that's really the backbone of the business. Now, when it comes to personalities, they do all have a bunch of likes and dislikes. I'm just going to go over the basic ones. So Greta, obviously, she loves painting, but she also really likes comedy and piano, and she also likes the colors red, black, brown, and white. And then Jamie here, she obviously loves tattooing and painting, but she also really likes research and debate and a little bit of mischief here and there. And her favorite colors are yellow and black. So like I said, very opposite personality-wise, pretty much opposite color-wise. But we are going to take these two personalities and combine them together. Like I said, I don't want them living on the lot. Right now I have them living in this house that normally we have another family living in. But I wanted them to live here so they'd be close to this lot, because I could totally see this lot being like an art studio just kind of here catty-cornered in the middle of the town on this small square lot. I think this would be good to start a business on. So we are going to build on this lot, not the lot they own. But I just wanted to introduce you guys real quick. So let's go ahead and switch over to this lot. Alright, so I have us loaded into the blank 20 by 20 lot that comes automatically in the world in the more business modern area. And we have turned move objects on. We have made it a small business venue. And we are here ready to build. Now, I know we have small residential business lots as well. And I did say I was going to make like a small studio apartment on top. But like I also said, it's not so much going to be a place for them to live as much as it's going to be a place where they can keep care of their needs away from customers if need be. Like, there's going to be a customer bathroom wall, but I want them to have like their own bathroom. And also, if we do decide to get employees, I don't know if I'm going to get employees right away or if I might do it later on the video or not at all. But in case I do decide to hire an employee, I would like there to be an employee only space they could go. So that's also kind of going to be where that situation is. But like I said, as far as the actual business goes, I want this to be kind of an art studio type situation on the main level. So I'm imagining, well, first of all, I'm very much inspiring the style of the build on the world around it and all the buildings around it. I kind of have an idea in my head. So I kind of figured like half the building, because this is a 20 by 20 lot, and it's going to be probably taking in most of the lot. But I kind of imagine like half of the main floor being like a risen platform that's about the size of the whiteboard area, because when you place down the whiteboard for classes and lectures, it has like this taped off area that you can only see in build mode, and you have to put like objects for whatever class you're teaching in that area. So I'm thinking we could have it like a risen up area, but have it like all glass, and then have the other half of the building be like 2 stories tall and be like wood and stone, and the main level be like where we sell our artwork, and possibly we could have an area. Well, first we need like an entry area, and then we need an area where people can just come paint even if they're not taking an art class. Because like I said, I kind of want this area to be a community place for people to come and paint. So I'm imagining some painting outside, some painting inside. So we have art classes, free places to paint, and selling art. And then the basement is going to be where the tattoo area is, and probably like a business room or something. So that's kind of the vision I have. So let's go ahead and get to building. So I feel like the best strategy here would be to just place the whiteboard and see how big that area is going to be. Because as you can see, it takes up a lot of room. And you can kind of see here what I meant by the taped off area. You're not going to be able to see that in live mode, but that is the space you have to put any skill building objects you'll need, which we'll need like easels and stuff like that. So we have to put it in that area. So I'm going to make the platform about this big, maybe slightly bigger. Let's see. Maybe we put it, I want there to be a little room to walk around the taped off area, but I want it to go all the way to the back wall. And like I said, I kind of want this to be like a whole staged self-its area. So maybe we could do it like this almost, and then we could have like a whole little section maybe that like stairs go up to it. So like if we raised this area and made that a platform, we have a stage. I kind of imagined, even with this being a risen platform, everything, the whole building being slightly risen up and having like a front area. So we could have this front area here be closed off, and I make this like a bathroom or a washroom or something, I don't know, something can go there. It may be the stairs I end up putting there. But we can make this like a little front porch area. So we can put like a platform here and lift the whole building up. Let's see, how does that look with the walls up? Yeah, that's kind of cute. And then we can make the area on the top be kind of like this. I feel like this will look better with the taller wall. I can't decide if I want this to be the smaller side or this to be the smaller size. Because I could also scoot this in one, make it even smaller, and make this smaller. I feel like that looks even slightly better. Let's see. Because I kind of imagine the roof. I liked the building that had the roof that was like this. The like pottery building we had that had two roofs like this. So I kind of like blending it in with that roof idea. And then we could make this whole area glass so we could have like a slanted roof maybe. I kind of like the idea of that. So we put the slanted roof here and move it out like this. Obviously it's not going to be that tall, but we could just have a whole situation like that. Let's kick that in. That kind of lines up well. I don't hate that. I don't know if I want... Do I want the roof on this side to go down? I could just make it like only one side go down. Yeah, I like the look of that. Maybe we could have the porch extend actually. So what if we like did a slightly wraparound porch almost? So we could do like a wraparound porch here, and people could come out here and like paint out here maybe. Is that enough room for them to paint? I don't know. I feel like it needs to be one wider, but we can't make it one wider. Do we shrink the building even more? I feel like when in doubt, always shrink. Like, hold on, where's the... Okay, it goes all the way to the edge here, so I can't shrink the stage anymore. I could put this back how it was and just move this. So like that almost. And that would leave more room for painting over here. How does that look upper wise? I don't know how that's going to mess with the roof. Let's see. Move this over one. Doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad. I almost want to put the roof even further out though, which... No, that looks weird. No, that looks weird. I just wanted there to be a more of a covering and just have it be like a little flat side piece. I feel like that doesn't look horrible if I could get it to work. Alright, slide that out. Flatten it. Do we bring that out like that to do that? I don't like the way that looks on the edges though. I guess like that it doesn't look horrible. I mean, I would obviously have to like have a wall or a column or something. Let's see, how much room do we have grid wise? We only have one tile grid wise. We could just do a small column in the corner, kind of give it like a structure look, and then have the rest of it like fenced off or something. And then let's see, I guess we would put on this level too. I don't hate that. And then we can make that situation stone, and we can make this go out further and make those stone. So it looks like we have some built-in stone columns with the wood I'm planning on using. That's not bad. And that also gives me an excuse to like put a door over here maybe from the store, so you could have like access to that side of the place immediately. I don't hate that. That kind of means though I do kind of have to put the stairs here. So we could just do the stairs to the employee area here, and we could have maybe the tattoo stairs somewhere else. Let me just place these stairs first so I can see how much room it's going to take up. I might want to extend this more until I know how much room it's going to take up, because we are on medium wall height. Let's see, we have stairs from this pack, don't we? I don't know if I want to use them, though, because they're like the weird side stairs almost. I don't know, maybe that's a good thing, though. I don't know if I like that color. Let's just go with the default ones now. I can change them later if need be. Oh my God, I made that like the perfect size. That was great. That's great. I did a good job there. Okay, but I feel like we could make that there. Do we want to put the stairs into the basement here, or do we want to... I feel like we should have the stairs to the basement be more public than this. We could just put them right here. So what if we gotta make the basement area first. So let's turn the basement tool on. I'm gonna switch camera views here, just to make it a little bit easier on myself. But I can't imagine the tattoo... Why won't it let me build? There we go. Okay. Well, for some reason it doesn't want me to build there, but I can build here. I can't imagine the tattoo area being kind of like... maybe like this. Because I almost want there to be like a build... like a couple of other things, like a bathroom and possibly like an office for them to have business meetings in or something, because they're not going to live here. So let's figure out how the stairs are going to work first. Let's see. Just go ahead and copy these stairs. Let's see. Oh, I might want to make them the other side of the stairs, huh? Okay, so we could put those like here maybe? Yeah, and then we can move the basement to have the back of the stairs line up with the wall. Where'd the stairs go? Oh, are we on the outside? We're on the outside. Okay, how many does it need to be moved? It needs to be moved so many over. Okay, it needs to be moved like a whole 3 rows over. Okay, I did not expect that to be on the outside for some reason. Okay, we're gonna have to move the basement situation a little bit more this way then. So I imagine the business bathroom could be here. It could have a couple of stalls, a couple of sinks, and then maybe we have this be like the tattoo studio. So I can make this kind of a more private area. And then possibly, let's see. I could make, I don't feel like the office / business meeting room has to be that big. So we could do something cute like that. And then this be like a general lobby area. And this be the tattooing area. We could even make the office slightly smaller. Yeah, I like that even more. Okay, that's not bad. I feel like that's not bad for a basement area. I feel like it makes sense size-wise, and it's pretty decent with the size of the building. So we could definitely delete this here. I literally can't shrink the stage more. I want to shrink it so much more. Let's see how it comes all the way here. Can I move it? I can move it over to the corner so we can make this come in more that way. And the staircase area be slightly bigger. I just feel like this is so weird. Do we could be a little sneak and make slight more room by making the front entrance have a diagonal on it. But I don't know if that would be weird for trying to figure out a door situation. It's definitely slightly weird on the inside. I could do this half like this. That for some reason that doesn't look as weird to me. Like, I feel like it should look more weird, but it doesn't. I could just make this a full-on column. I also want to columnize these because they aren't going to be actual rooms. And I feel like it just looks better in the build if rooms that aren't being used are just filled up with the column stuff, like the platforms as columns. There we go. It's sometimes glitchy. I don't know why the platform I'm rising with just like singular rooms is so weird. Like half the time it doesn't want to click correctly. There we go. Alright. So we have those as more platforms now. So I guess now I don't know what front door I want to use because all the like medium-sized front doors are like 3 tiles in this pack. I mean, we could always, well, that would look uneven from the outside. I'd have to shrink the porch more. I was going to say we can make this more of a 1 tile situation. Okay, so I don't hate this. So basically the way I did this is I shrunk this and made this part a little bit wider, but the porch a little bit smaller. This way we can fit a 3 tile door, since most of the doors that come with the pack are 3 tiles. And then we can have like a little seating situation over here. And then we can get some stairs in over here. So you put like these stairs here and make them 3 tiles wide. So we have a way to get up onto the stage. And then upstairs, I want there to be a little employee type bathroom. So we can put that there. And then I imagine like a little kitchenette type situation with a little seating and maybe some form of entertainment over here. Yeah, I kind of like that for that situation. And then like I said, I want this whole area to pretty much be glass. So I'm thinking from the outside of the building, it should be like glass from here over. So we could get, didn't the pack come with like full medium wall height windows? Oh, they're not little though. I wanted like skinnier windows. They also had the greenhouse ones, which I feel like I overuse a lot, but this is almost the exact pattern I was imagining when it came to the tall windows. So I actually don't really hate this. And yes, I know this is an excessive amount of windows, but that was kind of the whole point of this bump out. So we're going to have way too many windows, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll make it work. Alright, so we can have, let's see, how does that look fully? Do we need one there? No, I feel like that would be weird. I feel like it should be just to there. And then we have the matching glass roof, so we can put that there. Or do I want to do a different glass roof? You know, I almost just want to make it plain glass and then just do a border around it. Like we could do like a really thick roof trim and also do the roof trim here and then continue the roof trim onto these parts like that. I think that looks nice. And what if we put like a black column? We could just get, of course, the base one and doesn't come in the right color. This is why I use Get Together and like all my builds is literally because of the column. Every time it's the freaking column I end up using. All right, but let's put this up here, right here. Yeah, that kind of like levels it off a little bit. So we can put these here to kind of line up these corners. We can put columns here. We're just going to put columns everywhere. We're going to put an excessive amount of columns. Honestly, let's just make this a like stone looking situation. So we'll put some stone here. Yeah, I like that. Let's see. How does that look? Yeah, that's good. Now we can do the same thing on the back. Kind of do the same outline design. Yeah, I like it like that. But I feel like we should put some windows like in the back because we don't have like a back porch that kind of sections it off. So maybe we could possibly try to use some of the new windows. We do have these, which honestly isn't horrible. Kind of like a more in the middle. Do we want to just do a huge wall of windows in the back and call it done? Or is that too simple? I kind of like the whole huge modern look at that. Like, honestly, that's really not that bad. And then over here, I mean, we're doing a whole studio apartment situation. We could just have there be big windows everywhere. So we could do big windows there. I did want a door here. Maybe we should pick out the front door. So let's pick out the front door real quick. Let's see, medium wall. This was the medium wall one that came with the pack. I don't know why I thought this was also medium wall height, but I feel like it needs to be all the way up to the wall with the windows being all the way up to the wall. So I guess we'll just put in that door. And then on this side we can use... Does it come in an all black swatch? Does it have to have the white? Doesn't come in as black as a swatch as I would like. Oh, there it is. Apparently I had two sets of doors there. That was weird. Okay. But do I want this door here or do I want this door here? Because I could with this one just repeat the windows and have like a little built-in area. Ooh, don't we have like a window? I don't know if it comes in this pack or not, but I feel like this almost. But I want it to be. I guess I would have to use a single tile. Well, we have these, which we could do like this. I don't hate that. I slightly hate that. Okay, I don't know how they got further apart, but I do feel like that looks better symmetry-wise. So we have this whole wall here, and that could be the access to the outside from the inside. Does that actually work? I guess I didn't check that. I totally didn't check that. Oh, whoops. Okay, I don't know if that really looks better, but I basically just did a wall that kind of hides the staircase inside of it and made the staircase like an L shaped. And it kind of narrows the entryway, which I'm not the biggest fan of. But I also feel like this looks better for the back door. And the front door more so is just going to be like where the kiosk is and a little seating situation. So I feel like it doesn't have to be as big as it was. I don't know. Also, I need to delete this wall because this section is not going to work with a wall on it. So we have that. So this is the classroom area. This is going to be the store area. Should I put a wall right here for the stairs to be separated? I feel like that blocks the window, so it's kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe I just end up doing like a half wall. I don't feel like that would look all that horrible. We could just maybe a slightly even higher. Yeah, we could do like that. And that also gives more of a sectioned off to the back door. And then we could put the stuff to sell artwork here. So where's that wall? So let's see, how many can we fit here? We can put this one, and then should I just like block off the classroom with these? I don't hate that idea. This would have to be rotate a little bit. The stairs can be a tight fit. It's fine. I could also make it just a bit wider in general. There we go. Alright, so we have the staircase there. We could put some artwork up for sale here, but then also repeat it over here. Kind of want to get a situation of how everything's going to be laid out. Being like the artwork gallery area you would come view and look at. We could have some art easels. If we go to this and art easels, go ahead and have some painting art easels over here. Like I said, I want this to be a community place where people can come. What in the world happened to the landscaping here? Wait, what? Is it because of the basement? It has to be because of the basement. Is the basement on a platform, like, risen up? I'm so confused. Can we raise it down or move it down some and that not happen? Okay, that fixed it. I don't know how that happened. Okay. Anyways, so I'm moving this. So I'm thinking we definitely have one over here in this corner. We can have one kind of over here. We can have one over here. Kind of do some symmetry here. I like the idea of it like looking off into the city area. So we could maybe do two right in front of the doorway. There we go. So we have that whole area. Maybe the ticket kiosk goes out here. Yeah, I don't hate that. And then we can just leave this to where they can loop around here or go inside from here. We're going to have a door to the stairs there. And then here we have to put like a classroom situation. So it depends on how many art easels we want. Now, I feel like we should have one for the I don't know if the teacher will actually use it, but I feel like we should have one for like the teacher to lead by example with. Like, I just feel like that makes sense logically. So we could put it like kind of over in this corner. I wish I could turn it like halfway between here and facing straight forward, but we'll do what we gotta do. And then we could have, let's see, I don't know how much to space these out. Let's see, put those here maybe. And then we could put them in between on the second level. And also, I know we don't technically need stools, but I kind of want to put like stools. Ooh, maybe we remove these. Here, we can remove these. And I kind of like the idea of, let's see, go to back to businesses and hobbies and all. Technically, these are stuff to put stuff to like sell. But what if we put like fruit bowls and like busk on here for them to like paint? So we could turn this art easel and this art easel kind of inwards. Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't hate that. So we could do some art easels there. And like I said, we could do like a classic fruit bowl. So let's see. If we search bowl, we have a golden fruit bowl. Like, I just want like a regular fruit bowl. Yeah, we could have, ooh, this one has like pineapple and fun swatches. Let's do like, maybe like, we could do two different fruit bowls. We could do the classic fruit bowl, regular fruit bowl, and maybe some kind of just statue here in the middle. So we could do statue. What kind of statue would you paint on a painting? I feel like a cat statue is too classic. I mean, there is this. It's kind of classic for an art class, I feel like. And then we could like move these here to make like this one platform situation. Yeah, that was cool. That looks like a little art display. Is it right in the middle? Yeah, it's right in the middle of the whiteboard. I feel like that makes sense. And then, like I said, I kind of imagine us using the new stool from Business and Hobby. This one, we use this little stool. It'd probably be in this watch, but I can change that. So we could put like just the stools near the art easels. So it's like they have a place for them to sit if they need it to sit. So we could just kind of put them on the sides here. Like that, maybe. Alright, I could also select the doors to use. The pack does come with a new medium wall height door that I feel like could be used for the employee only area. I know there's we have that one there for that. The bathrooms are downstairs. I guess we could use the shorter versions of the same door for the meeting room. And then we could use maybe this door for the bathroom door. But that's not... This is short wall height. Why does the door not go all the way up? I want it to go all the way up. I mean, that's too tall. But the short doors are too... I wish they would make all the short wall height doors go all the way up to the wall. Okay, well, I don't want to put clear doors into the bathroom. I feel like that's weird. Maybe I just use a basic bathroom door. It's not as great, but it'll do. And then this is the tattoo area. So I kind of want it to be closed off, but not. So I'm thinking maybe we use one of the new screens. I mean, we might as well, right? Like, ooh, we could also use, like, this as a fake wall. Let me see if I like that or this. Well, we also have this screen. I was thinking, like, the physical screens, but this actually, I feel like, makes more sense because it looks more like a diagonal wall. Yeah, that actually might work better than this screen because the screen is almost a little too big. Like, I wanted it to be a little bigger than that medium wall, but that's almost too big. So maybe we could have two of these and kind of make it where, like, the middle collides so there's more privacy. Like, it kind of gaps the holes together. And they can still walk around it, but it's kind of like a privacy screen for the person getting the tattoo. And let's go ahead and get the tattoo table while we're here just so we could see sizing wise on that as well. I am going to want some of these. I know I want these. I want there to be shelves through here where the tattoo stuff is, but I need the actual tattoo table. I think we're going to do it in black. So if we do this here, and I feel like there should be another stool here, but like all black for the vibes we're going with here. The tattoo artist I normally has a tattooing stool. Now, with the way this tattooing table works, you obviously don't actually need a stool, but I like it for the storytelling wise. And honestly, maybe the rest of this is too big. Like, I like the idea of putting her own personal art gallery wall. She's going to sell some up with her partner upstairs, but maybe if we had our own wall, we could kind of advertise her artwork. And then we can scoot this in one and make the basement even slightly smaller. Yeah, I like that. That's more cozy feeling. So this is like her little own personal tattoo area. She can sell some of her own art. We have like a seating area over here for if anyone comes with them. And then like a waiting room situation out here next to the bathroom. We have art galleries here. And then up here, we need a door to this bathroom. I'm thinking perhaps making this hallway cut off. This walled off. We could do another triangle platform situation column to kind of block off some of it. So come on, keep going. There we go. So that looks a little less awkward. Maybe if I do this and then delete these. I don't know what it's been up with me and diagonal walls here recently, but it's been a thing. It's been a thing. Alright, so I think that can be like the kitchen and living area. That can be the employee bathroom. And really, that's kind of the whole layout of the place. Now, really, we need to look at like wallpaper and flooring. As far as the outside goes, I want to use pretty much all stuff from the new pack. Because like I said, I am trying to make it blend in with the world a bit. So I'm thinking like for where I wanted stone accents, we can use like black brick. So like these columns be black. And then we can have like this whole column here be black. I know this is more of Greta's building, and Jamie's just kind of just working at her business, and black is more Jamie's color. But I feel like Greta doesn't hate it being an accent color, and it kind of goes with the windows as well, so it kind of works. The paint is being glitchy here, though. It's so weird. Alright, so we can just make that all black. And I think that's pretty much everywhere I want it. Well, we could do them right here and kind of look like miniature columns. Alright, but I think that's everywhere that I wanted a stone accent. And I think everything else should be wood. So I really want this like indented wood paneling. Do we want to go with the color, the color that's the default to everything? I was thinking about making it darker. I do like it darker. But also the painting easels are this color. So I feel like we would halfway be inspired by doing them that color. I could try to do a combination of the colors maybe. To kind of like do both. I don't hate that. It reminds me of a Reese's peanut butter cup, but I don't hate it. So we could do like this as the main color and have accents of the light wood color. I kind of like that idea. That's more wood than I was planning on using, like different wood colors, but I'm not mad about it. I am mad about how this is placing. Alright, so let me try this again. So let's go ahead and paint this wall. I know I could technically just do the whole building, but I don't want every single wall to be the same color. So I'm not going to do that. So we have that. I'm trying to place everywhere I want dark wood first. So we should probably paint where the windows are, even though they're not actually going to be seen. I feel like they should still be painted under. Alright, so we have those, and then I think everywhere else I want to do the lighter wood color. So we could do the entryway with the lighter wood, and that's already painted with the lighter wood. So I guess that's pretty much it. We just have the upper parts and the entryway be lighter wood. And honestly, I feel like the entryway roof spot needs a window. I don't want to put a window here because I'm kind of planning on putting signage here, but they do have the new little round window. I feel like that would be perfect for this. Especially if we just get in the plain circle. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. I'm going to do that on both sides. Yeah, that's adorable. I love a good round window in a triangular roof piece. And speaking of roofs, we do need to paint the roof. So I think we're going to use the black metal because that's the one that comes with the pack and fits this build the most. Also, this wall needs to be painted. We should probably paint that wall. Can we paint that wall? Let's see. There we go. I have to kind of be sneaky about it, but I think I got it. Let's take a look. There we go. That looks better. It doesn't look like it's just looking in on a blank white wall now. Alright, so I think that's pretty good for the wallpaper and roofing. Let's go ahead and pick out flooring. The flooring, I have absolutely no idea on the outside what I want to do. I guess we could use the new brick, but we don't really have like a black brick. And I'm not really wanting a colored accent. Do we want to do like concrete on the outside? We could just do like plain black concrete. We could also do black concrete with a flower accent. You know, for an artist type area, I feel like that's not horrible. Also, I don't think these walls are painted. There we go. Let's paint those walls. And this also didn't paint? That was weird. Okay. Did everything else on the outside paint? Yeah, but we also do need a foundation. So let's get a just plain black foundation. I think would probably be our best move. I mean, we could do like a black brick foundation. Yeah, I guess that matches. So we can just place that everywhere here. Make sure it's placed on all the sides because I'm really bad about missing foundation. Like, really bad. It's kind of embarrassing. Also, is that the same foundation that we put on the inside here? No. What do we put on the inside here? I always forget. Platform trim, question mark? Let's see. I think it has the same swatch. Yeah, that's what we do. We use the platform trim. Alright, so there's that. So we pretty much have the whole outside done as far as paint wise. So I'm going to go ahead and save real quick. And then I'm thinking we should probably put in lights before we paint the inside. And I've slightly been avoiding doing that just due to this part. Because I'm not exactly sure. I want to put ceiling lights, but I'm not exactly sure how to go about it, question mark. I could. This is going to seem weird. Okay, bear with me. I could use freezes, and I never use freezes, so bear with me if this is absolutely horrible. But we could do like here and here, because I can do that without having to delete any of the easels. So we do that here, and then replace them with freezes. The pack does come with a new freeze. So we could place these here and replace the walls. I kind of like it there too. Okay, so we have the freezes, and then we could like hang tubing and lighting from them. Oh, this has a requirement for a column, very much so. Very much is calling for a column. So perhaps we can use the same columns we were using on the outside. There we go. So we place one here. They want one here, but it's not letting me place it correctly. There we go. So you do that. That kind of gives a more modern industrial look, so I don't hate this. And then we go ahead, you know what, let's go ahead and show all. Let's filter by the a pack I'm thinking of, or a kit specifically. I can't really think of what it's called, but oh come on, I know it was one of the more close ones. Is Industrial Loft? Yeah, Industrial Loft is what I was thinking of. So Industrial Loft has these like tubing situations, and since we're kind of going for like an industrial modern look, I kind of don't hate the idea of like there being a little bit of tubing on these freezes. So could do like some tubing here. I don't know. I just think that's kind of fitting for it to be somewhere. So we could go all the way down there with that. I kind of like these lights here. We could hang them off and have like this area really well lit. Like we want to get super well lit. So we could put like this here, make this a little bit more even. Possibly. Oh my god, it's like one tile off being like nicely being able to be placed. Oh, that's annoying. That's gonna really bother my OCD. But I think we can do it like that and it'd be pretty good. So we have a bunch of spotlights here that really lights up the area well. And then as far as this area goes, let's see. Do we have any like lights that would be good in here? Would a fan be bad in a painting area? I feel like it would be, but I also feel like it would get like really hot in here. I don't know, maybe we can put some fans over here, because I kind of plan on having like a sitting section over there. So maybe we can put a fan there, and we can put a fan here, and maybe we can put like a fan in the waiting area down here in the basement. And obviously the actual upstairs area can have a fan set. Oh, I'm gonna put the living room over here, so I feel like it fits well in the living area. There we go. So we have that. I'm supposed to be placing lights. I'm going around placing fans. I need to focus. Okay, let's just go ahead and use my regular lights for everything else, because I always use the same light, but it's so good. It's so good. Let's also turn this off at night so I can see what it looks like a little bit better. So we can get this here, this here, this here. We'll get one in the hallway. We can get one in the middle of the fan. Let's see. That's pretty well lit. Let's light up the basement now. So we have the bathrooms, I feel like should be really well lit. The office space can be good. And then the tattoo area should probably be pretty well lit. Did I put a light over here? I don't think I put an actual light over here. I'll put a light in the fan. There we go. And then upstairs, obviously with the employee area, we have to have it well lit as well. So we can put a light here, and honestly just do like 3 lights across here, since it's going to be one big area. There we go. And I guess we should probably put some lights on the outside, especially if we're going to have painting areas out here. Alright, I'm thinking wall lights would probably be the best move for this. We do have the new fairy wall lights, but I don't feel like that brings enough light out to this section in particular. Yeah, these lights from City Living look really cool, and they give a decent amount of light on them, especially if I put 2. And then maybe we can use these lights from Get Together and kind of like line the doorway with them a little bit. I know that may seem weird, but I kind of like the concept. So we can do that. It's going to overlap a little bit, but it's only overlapping in one place. I feel like that doesn't look bad. And that lights up that area like really well. And it looks kind of cool. And then the front area, maybe... Do I like these for the front area? It kind of brings some dimension to stuff on the wall. And it's kind of a fancy front area. I like it. Also, I forgot to put a trim on this area. So let's go ahead and is this, and then we do this one. I guess I could turn the light on since I did all the outside lighting. Let's see, is that black? I have a hard time telling between dark browns and black in this. Alright, so we can kind of put this around to kind of break up the different floors and whatnot. I think that looks good. Looks good? Alright. And then, honestly, we should probably put some stairs up to the front. I'm questioning, though. I kind of almost want to do, like, an indented stair. So, like, we put here, here, and here. And then delete that. Then delete the wall. And that kind of makes an indent where we could put a stair and it'd be centered. Copy the platform. And then, honestly, just probably could use the same stairs on the that are on the inside. I mean, I don't love that. Well, I guess I could put the same stair on this side and have a rail on both sides. I just think I like the idea of the stairs and concept, but I think the practice of it's a little weird with it being one-sided. I don't know. I was more excited at first for it than I was in practice. And see, now I can't do the railing properly if I were to try to do railing there. Oh, that's annoying. That's actually really annoying. Okay, well, maybe we can do a fenced in area instead. We could use the new fence from the pack, like the ones with the lights on it. So let's bring out that new fence. I think that would work really well. Like this one, do we have, it doesn't automatically come back? No, this is the black swatch. Okay, so I could just like line this up. Oh, that totally redoes the foundation. That is so annoying. That is so annoying. Why does it like keep wanting to redo the foundation on me every time I make a change? Alright. But I guess this way people won't be scared of falling off the edge. Like kids and stuff. I don't think adults would. You know, I mean, logically in game you can't do that, but still. Just logically in real life. Let's see. I want to make this go that way. And then right here. Now I have to once again fix all the foundation. Alright, so I guess now we should kind of focus on the indoor walling and whatnot. So I kind of want this to almost be the same wood, but perhaps we make the like indoor wall like a black wood. Like to have black accent. That is very much green. Okay. We have this black wall right here as kind of like an accent wall when you first walk in. What if we also did this entry wall as wood? We do it like that. Yeah, I kind of like the look of that. And then I'm thinking maybe this lifted up area could honestly just be black brick. Like, it's not really going to show much anyways with all the windows. So, I don't think it would really be a problem being that. And then, I did want this area to be a lighter color. Do I want to continue using the wood? Or do I want to use, like, an actual wallpaper? I kind of think I want to use, like, an actual wallpaper for the indoors. But I don't know if I have one that I like color-wise. I mean, Greta is into red, but and Jamie's into black and yellow. I kind of imagine it mainly being neutral colors. Like, I don't know if that's weird. I love how I just have a like little color palette. I'm thinking we might want to go with this brown though. I think this is probably the best. Yeah, I can make that work. I guess. So we can paint this, paint the end or this, and we'll use more black on the basement because that's more Jamie's area and black is more like her thing. So we can just paint all these walls right here. There's not as many walls to paint right here as I thought there was going to be. Okay. So we have this little brown area. Now what should we do as the floor on the main? Should we continue the concrete, but just, like, do a regular concrete? Where's the plain version of this? Here we go. We have this. Because it does have this black swatch, and we could make all this concrete. Do I like that, or do I want to do, like, a wood floor? Maybe the stage part be concrete, and then the actual main shopping area be like a wood. I don't know, I think I like the dark brown. I like the contrast of the dark brown with the light brown sales table. I just feel like it makes some pop, you know? So we could do that. And then I think upstairs I want to continue the wood flooring for the employee area. So we do the wood flooring in these areas. Dude, it does come with a tile. I don't like the tile it comes with, but it does come with a tile. So we could do like, I don't know if I like that. Maybe we'll just do the white tile for now and see how I feel about it. We'll see how I feel about it. And then also, we need to have this go here. Make sure all the walls are painted. Oh, I thought I did the indoor platform already. That's weird. Okay, come here. Let's do you in all black and put you there. Alright. That there. And honestly, I think that looks good for the main level. Let's go ahead and work on what we want to do for the wallpaper here. Now, like I said, I'm trying to use a lot of the new pack. It's just there's not a lot of like good wallpaper with this pack. Oh, yeah, I hate to say it, but it's all kind of ugly. It's all kind of ugly when it comes to like the actual wallpaper print. I could try doing a solid color. Maybe this is where we bring in the red. We could do like a red area here and do a more neutral wall here. I'm halfway thinking about bringing the brick back for this little accent wall here, so we could do like the black brick here. I feel like that doesn't look bad, especially with like the little triangle column there. I feel like it makes sense. Now it's just what color do we make the bathroom? I don't know if I have a wallpaper that I want to use for the bathroom. Okay, so I know this is like completely different from the rest of the building, but what if we did this as the wallpaper and then got rid of the tile and did like a white concrete floor? I feel like that looks better than what we have now, honestly. I feel like that honestly looks better. So we can have this be the little employee bathroom area. We could probably put a door here. Do we use the same door we used for the bathroom downstairs? Like, I guess that makes sense to just continue using the base game bathroom for bathroom doors. And it is an employee only bathroom, but still, it's nice for it to be labeled. And then honestly, I'm thinking for the entryway to the living area, I kind of just want to do an archway. Like, nothing fancy, nothing crazy, just kind of a simple archway. But I want one that goes all the way to the top of the building, or the wall. Is this yeah. Is this a medium wall height, right? This is medium wall height. Yeah. I don't know why. I thought there was one that went like all the way to the top, but I guess this will work. Yeah, we can use this archway. I think that's the tallest one we're going to get. And honestly, I wouldn't be mad about a double archway. Just like a double archway into like the little kitchenette and living area. This is nice. This is nice. I thought at first I would hate the red, but I actually kind of like it. I kind of like it. And also, I love having this huge window here to look out of if you're like sitting in the living space. So perhaps we can like really emphasize this whole window space with the living area when we get to it. But right now we need to paint the basement. So the basement, I definitely want it to have more dark vibes. So let's go ahead and just filter everything by black. Like, I feel like that's going to be our best friend here. We could try using business and hobbies for everything. Yeah, there's not really a black flooring that's stone that they're technically counting. We could use the new tile in the bathroom, or try to. I'll try to. Okay, but let's see. Does this not count as black? I feel like that should count as black. Alright, so we'll use that as the flooring. What do we want to use for the wallpaper, though? Do we want to bring in the stone we use for the bathroom upstairs and just paint it black? I guess that kind of makes sense for that to be the wall texture. Also, is there a hole here? There's just a random weird square of light, and I can't figure out where it's coming from because there's no hole up here. I don't know. I also need to copy this flooring into that little stair area, though, because I didn't realize that didn't have any flooring. So we put that there. Also, that wall is painted. Alright, so we have that. I think I like that for the coloring. Also, I wouldn't be mad about changing these to be a black as well, since we're going with the black wall down here. Yeah, I think that looks nice. Ooh, I kind of like these having like stickers on them. That's kind of a fun move. All right. So we have this here. And I think as far as wallpaper and flooring and windows and doors and lights, that pretty much does it. So let's go ahead and save real quick, and then maybe we can also try to get some landscaping done out here real quick before we complete the inside, because a lot of this stuff on the inside is already there. I just kind of have to decorate it and put final touches. But I do want to put some landscaping around here. Obviously, I typically do my bushes, so I'm probably going to continue to do my bushes. I don't know. We could try to, before we do this, maybe we try to add a little path here. Do I like this? I don't know if I'm gonna like this. Yeah, that's too pink. We could do like the yellow isn't very yellow, but I don't hate the yellow. I don't know if I like this, guys. I was trying to do like a front patio area, and I was trying to have it be a different color, but maybe I just use like the white tile. I thought the brick would be cute, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the brick. Like, I want to like it. And I feel like for other builds it may be cute, but for this one it's just not really the vibe. I'm debating if I want to do the flower concrete again, just in a slightly lighter shade. Yeah, I like that. So we can do the concrete there. And then I kind of imagined this would be where like the business mailbox would be and whatnot. I mean, they have to have a mailbox somewhere, right? Like, it only makes sense. So we can use like this kind of modern one. Yeah, that kind of fits the vibe. So we put that here. Back it up again. Oh my god. Every time I back a mailbox up against a wall, it doesn't work. So I can't do it all the way. But then we could put like, I kind of like the idea of this having a recycle and a regular bin. Now, obviously, we have like these talking trash can recycling bins from Snowy Escape that could be fancy. But I kind of like the idea of just using 2 trash cans from the new pack and pretending the green one's recycling. And just like that people can throw their recycling away right there. I don't know why I think that's a good idea, but I think that's a good idea. Oh. And also, I kind of noticed that everyone's kind of using these brown planners. So I'm kind of wondering if we can find like a good big round outdoor planner that kind of matches. Okay, I feel like this looks slightly weird, but I kind of like it. It kind of gives the modern funky vibes I'm going for. So we have a big, a small, and a medium plant just kind of at a curve here and kind of like outlines the whole outside here. I don't know. I like it. Okay, but we're going to move these plants. Well, do I want a center plant here? I kind of like the idea of a center plant here, but maybe it should be this smaller. No. I keep trying to use the smaller round ones, but it's just not working for me. We could use this. Like, put it on the very front of our lot, and it kind of be like a centerpiece for the walkway, and the walkway be all the way in the back. I don't know why I like that so much, but I do. And then obviously we need to put my bushes. So with my bushes, let's see, which bush do I want to use this time? I'm kind of thinking the shorter one. I typically use the longer, skinnier one, but I mean, I kind of have to fit it right here. So if we do this here, we could do this one all around. We'll have to shrink it all the way, which is annoying. Yeah, something along these lines. I really like these bushes shrunk down and kind of brought out here. I think that looks really nice. And I'd also like an actual tree. Now, there's not a variety of trees, but we do have some trees that look similar to the ones around us. Now, we did get the light up tree with this pack. And I am quite obsessed with that tree. So maybe I do want to use that tree. Also, I wouldn't be mad about the idea of it being in red. I mean, nothing else on the main floor is red, but the employee area is red. Kind of like the way it makes it stand out a little bit. So we could like put that there, and I guess we could put a normal tree too. Like I can put a normal tree. I kind of want to put one that slightly blends in with the world though. Okay, I really couldn't find a tree without going into debug that kind of fit in with the world. So I used these base game trees, but I did the curvature thing with the different sizes again. Like I did these pots. I did a big tree, a medium tree, and a small tree, and kind of curved them here. I'm kind of thinking we could maybe have some kind of like outdoor seating over here. Ooh, what if we use this? I know I said individual seats, but this bench is so cute with the heart background. It's from Love Struck, but it kind of has that right like light brown wood color. I don't know. I like it. I think it's cute. Maybe we can put a little table or something. Like just a small one. We could bring some more of the dark wood in. So we could have a little table here for them to enjoy. Maybe their drinks they put together on or something. Should we have some more painting easels out here? Like, just say screw it and put some out in the front too. Because we could put these, like, right here. So you can, like, look at the people talking. Or look out in the world and kind of be inspired by your surroundings. I don't hate that. Is there enough light out here at night, though, with this tree? I might want to put some more lighting out here. Okay, so I genuinely don't know if this is overdoing it, but we have these lights from Love Struck, and we're already using the Love Struck benches out here, but these lights from Love Struck are like hanging lights, but they're like shaped like stars, and they're the right brown color, and they have little red and green accents, like to go with the nature, and I thought they also looked kind of cool up here at the front. If we could like center the stairs perfectly in the middle of them and have them like line up with the front door, I think that would look really nice. That makes me feel like I should put something in this corner. Like I very much feel like this corner is now kind of bare, especially because I scooted the trees in a little bit. So we could put something right here. I just don't know what kind of decoration kind of represents our business. I like this sign. It has the right colors, the right vibes. Unfortunately, I feel like it wouldn't match with any sign we could put up here though. And I kind of wanted them to be matching, but at the same time, I guess they don't have to be. I just feel like it would make the most logical sense for them to. Okay, I know it doesn't match 100%, but I kind of like this text because it kind of looks like this. So I went ahead and placed one of the custom signs from another pack just because I thought it looked a little bit better than the ones that came with this pack. And I put the lettering that was similar, and then I put like signature lettering under it, pretending it was like Greta and Jamie's name, and then I put a tattoo symbol and an art symbol because that's kind of what the vibes of this place are. So I liked that. So I think that's pretty good for the entryway. It kind of has everything we need. I did want to put these plants around here, so maybe I could put this one here. The kiosk is over there, so I don't feel like we should put one there. But I like kind of having that plant there. Maybe we can have that one will go on the inside. But these I feel like look kind of cool on the outside of the door. So we could put these here. I just really want to put some greenery around. I think some greenery would really help us. Ooh, what if we have... Let's see, we have this one. I was trying to think if we had like a little window plant that would fit at the top of this store. I just don't know if we have one that's actually skinny enough that comes in the right colors. There's this one. Ooh, that's actually kind of perfect. That's actually kind of perfect. Do we have a slightly darker wood? That has a red accent. I don't like that. I'm not liking the different shades that they're doing. This one's kind of all black. I guess that can work. So I'm going to put these plants up there. That kind of outlines that. And then I'm thinking over here, like on the main black columns around the front door, we have some like hanging plants or like some wall plants. You know, we have this new one from the pack that does come in red. I feel like that doesn't look bad with the red trees. We could also put like a regular green leaf one under it to kind of really blend it in a little bit. Or we could go with yellow, since yellow is going to be kind of the theme downstairs. I don't hate that. Kind of yellow and red plants kind of give a vibe. Do we want to do a green one under it and just do all the colors? I mean, that's also in rainbow order, so I wouldn't be mad about that. Also, I found these plants I thought would look really nice, like over here. Not this one, but this one. I kind of like this over here. So we could put these here by the front entrance to give it even a little bit more decoration. I just liked this for the inside. So I put this for the thought of it being on the inside. I do want to do a rug by the front door. I feel like we should probably have a rug. Let's also scoot this back a little bit. You know, this is a base game rug, but it has all the right colors. It's pretty much the right size, and I kind of like the vibe of it, and I never use it. So I think now might be a fun opportunity to use it. So we can put that rug there, and that pretty much, I feel like, completes the entryway. Do we want a rug over here as well? We could put the same rug over here if it fits correctly. I don't like it as much over here, though. What if we put a rug halfway in, halfway out over here? So there's a rug on either side, and it's kind of small. Because I kind of like a small runner on either side of this. And that brings in some more of the light brown. Do we want a rug on the entryway on the inside? I halfway just want to make this whole area a rug or carpet. We could put these like cookie ones. I know these are meant to look like cookies, but if we were to like, I don't know, we could pile them on top of each other and put this one on the top. Okay, hold on. No. Put this one on the top. There we go. I don't hate that. It looks a little weird, but I am also planning on having a little love seat here. So I feel like it would look a little less weird with the love seat. I mean, honestly, this base one is kind of the right vibes. It goes with the rug pretty well. Yeah, I like that. So we could do like a little couch there. I kind of like the idea of there being like a mirror somewhere. So maybe we could, I know like there's no reason for a mirror, but I feel like it would be kind of a cool accent, right? I also really like this as just like a decoration mirror piece. We could do that in the entryway. I was thinking a sign in the entryway, but I actually kind of like the funky mirror vibe. And we could do a funky mirror over here. Wait, why do I like that? Hold on. We could put this little one here and here. Kind of have it as like an accent piece. Do we want to put another one over here? I want to put some actual artwork over here. Because this is the art studios. I feel like we should have actual artwork somewhere. But I feel like the mirrors are also a fun piece. We're definitely going to have more mirrors downstairs because it's a tattoo shop. So I feel like here we could have like a whole wall of mirrors and it be justified. Even a whole corner wall of mirrors. So people could come look at their tattoos like up close. We We could like line them up into the corner. I don't hate that. So we could have that mirror be there. Do we want a mirror outside the office? I feel like we should put more plants there. Because I want there to be a slight seating area down here. But I think as far as mirrors go, that's probably good. I do want mirrors in the bathroom, obviously. Well, first I should probably decide where the toilet stalls are going to go. Because that's going to be kind of the biggest problem here. So let's go ahead and find the new toilet stalls. Let's put them in black for down here. Can I do them both right here? Oh, so close. So close. Let's just like alt place them. I feel like if I alt place them, I can fit them. Yes, that fits perfectly into that little corner. Okay, and then it also, I believe, comes with a new sink that comes in black. So we could, do I want the sinks over here? I kind of like the idea of the sinks being out of the way. So we could do them like in, like right here, and do a long mirror there. I don't want there to be like a shower here, but I don't want this corner to be completely empty. You know, these planners totally give the right vibe, and they're the perfect wall height for this bathroom. So maybe we use these planners here, and that brings in some more greenery as well. That makes me want to move the sinks a little bit over. I don't know that'll make them function weird, but we have that there, and then put a mirror here. We could have a nice mirror, honestly. I want one that fits over both the sinks quite well. Ooh, I could try using this. Yeah, I always want to use this, but it never fits over my sinks properly, but I think it fits really good there. I think that looks really nice. And then honestly, let's get a little bit of bathroom clutter in here so we can have something to wipe your hands with and whatnot. Let's see, does this come in all black? We could also do a yellow accent. I'm trying to throw in some yellow accents down here. So maybe a yellow towel or two. Yeah, kind of like that. And then I kind of wanted to use some of the neon signs and graffiti signs. So I kind of liked the idea of there being graffiti down here. So we could do... oh, that looks interesting, to say the least. I don't like the gnomes. The cats and dogs aren't really the vibe. That's not the vibe at all. What is this? That's interesting. I mean, I feel like she would put that on our wall. I do want the lady somewhere. I just feel like that's completely the right vibe. So like maybe I can put that here. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. And I want it there to be... show all. There was a neon sign that they had, and it had a yellow cat. And I thought it was so perfect for this area. Oh, we also have, like, yellow guitars. We have a yellow coffee thing. Okay, the cat. The cat I specifically wanted. So I was thinking maybe we could put this one here. And then, let's see what... there was a yellow guitar. I kind of like this. Put, like, 2 of them maybe as wall art here. There we go. So we have some neon signs here. I didn't like the coffee, but was there any other symbols that I liked that weren't too far off? I mean, there's the fire, and that's kind of fire. No pun intended, but you know, okay, maybe a little intended. But we have like the flames here. I really like the vibes of the neon signs and the graffiti down here. I just think that looks really cool. And also, Is there like a cleaner swatch that's black? I mean this, but it has a red accent. I kind of want it just plain black. It just looks kind of dirty in the black swatch. I don't love that, but I guess it's fine. And then we can put like a rug down here. Alright, so I found this rug, and it has like highlights of yellow, and I kind of like that. Also, I feel like we should move this artboard like all the way back and maybe center this a little bit better with the middle of the wall. I don't know, I kind of like that. And we can move the bench over here. Maybe we can add some of the tattooing decorations. So if we go here with businesses and hobbies, we do have tattoo decor decorations. So we have this tattoo ink set. I think that would be the best. We can add a different ink swatch in all the colors. Just as many inks as we can possibly get for her is how many inks we're going to have. So we'll have all this. Oh, it doesn't want to slot as many as I want. I want to slot. No. Okay, maybe all her color dye be over there. And just her black and white dye be there. Let me see. Is there any other decor from this pack that I want to use? Ooh, I do like this plant. I've been wanting to use this plant somewhere, and this has yellow leaves on it. That's kind of perfect. It's just the fact of fitting it somewhere. I kind of want it in the waiting area, just because it gives like waiting room vibes. So we could do that there, and then put a little couch over here. So surfaces, let's get a large couch, like a 3-tile couch. Ooh, I bet we could get a yellow couch. I mean, there is the base game one, and we already have the smaller version of this in brown upstairs. I don't hate that. And then what if we get some kind of like yellow artwork to go above it? You know, this is actual artwork, and I feel like these kind of give the right vibes. Like, not 100%, but they're pretty close to the vibes I'm going with down here. I mean, I was trying to find something not too girly, not too colorful. I don't know. I feel like that just feels right. And then maybe we can go for another yellow rug. Do we have like a yellow fuzzy rug that isn't round? I want specifically either a square or a rectangle rug in this area. Let's see, there's this one. That's a little too dark of a yellow. Okay, so I know these aren't the same pattern, but they are the same color and the same size. And I think they look really good layered over each other for a little waiting room like that. So we have the waiting room done. Now let's do the actual office area. Now, I kind of see this as being, one, a business room. Like, you come in, you would talk to the business owner. But 2, also maybe like a tattoo consultation room. So I feel like we could easily like have someone come in here and us design their tattoos with them. So there's a few things I want in particular here. Obviously, we need a desk. We can use this base game one. It's always try and true. And then get a chair to go with it. I kind of want a black chair. I know we're trying to go yellow accents, but I kind of like the idea of a simple black chair. This one looks quite nice, so we could do that there. Maybe we could back it up a little bit. So we have like an official area. I feel like we should have a computer though. And I kind of want to have the computer not in front of the chair. I halfway want to put this, but I want it to be able to drag. So I feel like if you could drag the computer, then you could use it if you needed it. Does this comes in a yellow swatch. Okay, we'll just do this one. I also want to go ahead and put a artist tablet and a regular tablet, because I feel like with these tablet situations that since you can work on the tattooing skill with them, I feel like we should probably have one, right? I feel like that would make the most sense. So we have the slablet, but there's also the digitalistic sketch pad. And we also have one that came with the kit. I don't know, I kind of like the base one game better, though. So we have this here, and maybe put this on the main desk, because I feel like this is what they mainly use to create tattoo designs with. So we could put this here, kind of have all their electronics here. We could put some desk decor, so we could go to decorations. Maybe we can have like some artist decor or some writing utensils, something along those lines. Alright, so here's our little office area. So like I said, I did the corner desk with the computer over here where you could easily just drag it over here if you needed it. But also we have a bunch of different tablets, some art utensils, an organizer. I thought a cow plant might be cute on the desk. I put some plants up there, yellow themed. And now I kind of want to find something to go behind here, because I almost feel like we have some kind of like board on the back, and that'd be like our quote unquote art board or something. Ooh, I also like the idea of this pegboard. Like, I don't hate that. It does come in black too. So maybe we could put like this pegboard here. Does this match the pegboard that comes in the Little Simsies pack? Wait, hold on. That gives me an idea. Go here. Go to Comfy Gamer. Okay, because this... it does kind of fit. Wait. Because if you alt place these together, I bet there's a black swatch that would kind of match this. It's slightly too big and it's slightly the wrong shade. But it kind of gives a cool effect of like there being stuff on one and plain on the other. And we can also go ahead and put in some more shelving to kind of like match this shelving. Like if you look too close, it's gonna be off. Like just don't look super close. But from a far away distance, that's not bad. That's not bad. And then we can put a little plant right here, so we can have like a little skull bony plant here. Maybe we put another little shelf up here just for the idea that you could put stuff on it if they wanted to. And then the other idea I had was to kind of have like some kind of screen over here. So if we show all, now obviously this isn't going to work like this, but I like the idea of them being able to like put an image up on a screen and then look at it all together, like if they were playing out a tattoo or something. That's too big. I don't want it to exactly look like a TV is the problem. Maybe this is where we go. We could do a yellow accent. Yeah, we could do that. And then, because of that, we could do kind of a corner seating situation here. Ooh, these are like black with gold/yellow pillows. I don't hate that. So we could put like one here, and we can kind of have one more in the corner. I don't want to block the door. There is 2 doors, but I don't want to like fully block. I guess I'm going to have to somewhat block the door. Okay, so we do there. We could do a yellow accent chair in the corner that's kind of different from those 2 chairs. And then I would like to have some kind of rug. Like some kind of, maybe this yellow fuzzy round rug. It's a little more gold than I want, but it actually kind of matches the pillows quite well. So I kind of like this for a little office/tattoo consultation room. Maybe just scoot that back a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, I feel like that doesn't look bad. And also, if your Sims are on the lot, they can come watch TV here. But I don't know if I'm going to have them do that or not. And really, is there anything else we really need down here? I wouldn't be mad at a little rug in the bathroom. Just like in front of the sink. And that adds a little bit of more of a yellow accent in here. I think that's pretty good for the whole basement area. So we have the tattooing station. We have a bathroom, an office, a waiting area. And honestly, I know this doesn't matter, but I'm going to paint the outside of the downstairs area in black so it doesn't look so awkward. Because I feel that looks pretty awkward. Do we have enough plants down here? Like, do we need another plant down here, or are we good? I think we're good. I kind of like this area being a little bit more plain, just so your Sims can walk around and really look at all the different angles of their tattoo. So let's go ahead and save real quick, because it's been a minute since I saved. And then we can go ahead and start on the main level, like finishing off the main level, and then we'll finish off by doing this little studio apartment up here. And to be completely honest, this level here is pretty much done. It just needs to be decorated a little bit. Starting with a wall trim, because that does not look nice. Does not look nice. I think just a very tiny black wall trim will do on that half wall. And then we could use this plant here. Does it have a better wood color that matches? Not the best wood colors. We do have it in black. I guess that is always an option. Black does go with everything, which is why I always wear it. Also want to have this plant. I'm kind of imagining that there'd be plants here to kind of block the stage a little bit. So we could do this. Does it have a black swatch? It does have a black swatch. Hey, let's look at some more plants. Because I wouldn't mind having like a little wall of plants there. I mean, there is also always this, which I could do like a wall of plants and put these somewhere else. I don't know where to put these. I mean, there's here. And if I shrunk them down, I guess they look kind of good right there with the mirror. Maybe I could do another plant over in that corner. But then this could be like a wall and kind of goes with the art wall. I don't know. I just feel like that makes a little bit more sense. Maybe we can center it. I was hoping I could fit 3, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I could center it though, because I kind of want to block the stage off without blocking the stage off, if that makes sense. I do want to get a tiny plant for this corner though. I like that. And then maybe another small plant right here. I know I'm kind of overdoing it with the plants, but I mean, honestly, it makes it look a little bit better. This one shrunken down is actually a decent size. We could even shrink it down twice. So we could get it again and shrink it down and put it there. Yeah, that kind of like makes it blend upwards. I like that. I like the way that looks. I feel like they should still be able to get to the stairs from there. I don't really want to decorate this area. I want this to be very plain. But I wouldn't be mad about decorating this as a little waiting room area, like I said earlier. So maybe we can bring out some more couches. The question is, should we do a 3-person couch? Or I feel like we should do two-person couches. So I want maybe just a black couch up here. I feel like just plain black might be our best option here. Honestly, I feel like this looks really nice. Like, it's simple, but I kind of like the fact it's simple. And then maybe we could do a tall plant on either side, like a tall skinny plant. I mean, we have our tried and true. I have been using this for so many years, and I'm still obsessed with it. So maybe we use this here. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I wouldn't hate some kind of decoration at the top of the window here. But aren't these kind of perfect? Like, these totally go with the vibe of the design we're going with here. They're a pattern. It brings in another little brown accent color, and it gives you curtains above the couches to kind of make it a whole area. I like that. And then maybe another rug, because the concrete couldn't be very comfortable to your feet. So I feel like maybe we could get some little rugs under here. I wouldn't even mind having 2 smaller rugs. Yeah, maybe something like that. I feel like that brings a fun pattern to the floor without being too overbearing, and it would be comfortable on your feet. So that's a nice little waiting area here. Maybe we could have put some music out in the shopping area, and I feel like we could benefit from some music in the downstairs area too. I'm just thinking, like, in the waiting areas or the shopping areas, it would make sense to have music. So I'm going to use my favorite speaker. Honestly, I'm obsessed with this speaker, and I'm going to keep it going. And maybe with the downstairs area, the speaker should be in the lobby / tattooing area, so you'll be able to hear the music in both areas. And then this should just have the shopping area. I don't want there to be music like right by the class. I feel like that would be very disruptive. So maybe we could put them here. Yeah, I like that. So you can hear it in the entryway and in the shopping area. And then we have to finish decorating, because I got sidetracked right there. So I want to put up some wall art. Okay, so by the back door, I put these more colorful square paintings layered on top of each other. But then I thought for over here, this painting is almost the same size of these mirrors. So what if we put this painting here? I don't know if it comes in. Yeah, it doesn't come in any more swatches, but I thought it worked, and it kind of gives the right vibe. I would also like to put some kind of painting right here. I just don't know which one. Oh, we have a sign. This is kind of like matches our sign outside, honestly. Maybe we should have this somewhere. I wouldn't be mad about putting it in the hallway upstairs. That way, if people did come upstairs, it wasn't completely undecorated. So we could put that there. I might adjust it later, but while I was looking at it. But I want to put some, like I said, some artwork up in the entryway. I feel like what we put here matters. I think that painting is so cute. But what if we put like some of the new wall plants? I know we put them outside, but we could put them right here as well. Kind of above of the painting in the entryway, so it's not so awkward. Also, this can't go up and down, so I can't put another one of those on top. But I feel like for an entryway, this is kind of cute. It's very simple, but I kind of like that about it. And then we need more decoration over on this wall. Alright, so I put this little fake gallery wall here to like kind of pretend that maybe this is where they displayed some of their paintings. I don't know. I thought it was cute. And speaking of cute, while I was placing that down, I kind of thought of another idea. What if, like, over here in the corner, because I feel like this is mainly going to be, like, adults and teens taking the class, right? But what if we, over here in the corner, had a little kids section that had, like, a little kids art table or something? Because, like, the base game art tables pretty much have the perfect swatch here to match the woods that we already have going on, or at least they're close enough. So we could line like 3 of them over here in the corner in case some like kids visit. Maybe the mom sits over here on this one so she can pay attention to her kids when they're not, when she's in the class or something like that. I kind of want to put some kind of board for them to put their artwork on, though. So, like, maybe kids can leave artwork there. We could do we want to do like the pastel pop kit doesn't really give the vibes. I was just thinking more colorful because of kids. But maybe instead we bring back little Simsies, little pegboard. Because we could have them in this brown swatch, and then we could like layer them over the windows so they all line up quite nicely. So we go here. Yeah, and then like we could pretend like the kids that come here with their parents and do artwork, like leaves their artwork here. I don't know. I think that's a cute idea, storytelling wise. Yeah, something like that. I like that. And also, I wouldn't be mad about having just some art supplies in general over in this area. Like, I know there's like a paint can. We have like some little crafts here that are like kid looking. Okay, I couldn't find the paint can, but I did find this like a little art tub box that almost looks like just some fake art supplies. I thought that was really cute. We also have these paintbrushes here. I feel like if we were to move this paintbrush here, put these kind of here, put the unicorn stuff here, we wouldn't have to put a table. Like, we could just kind of pile that in the corner in case like the kids need it. Maybe it's some extra art supplies for the adults as well. I think that might be nice. And now I feel like every spot looks full over here except right here. You know, I never use the fake canvases because they're so expensive. But I feel like if we're going to put them in any build, it makes sense to put them in this build. Like, we have these and these that we could all combine. Let's see, do these come in just yeah, we could do these in like a dark brown. I feel like that makes sense. Like, you would come over here, grab your canvas, and then come over here and paint. That just makes a lot of sense to me. Over here, maybe we have some like extra statues or something that they could pretend to paint or something. I saw, when I was looking through here, I saw a couple of things. I should have pulled them out. So we could have like something like this. I mean, I'm so tempted to put the Yoda statue, but I won't. I won't do that to you guys. Okay, we could put like this here. Just like different painting models for them to practice painting. So this is the one I was looking at particularly. So that one, maybe we could even do like this head. So like here's the body, here's the head. I don't know why I find that so amusing. I find that extremely amusing, though. Okay, I had to shrink it to make it work, but I think that works. And honestly, it shrinking kind of looks more accurate to scale, so I'll take it. I'll take it. So is there anything else I want to do on this level? Like, really, there's not really much else to do. I don't want to crowd this area too much. So I think we'll leave this like this. Maybe we'll go ahead and save and then head on to the top upstairs level of the little quote studio apartment. So now that I'm like have everything else done, this very light colored bathroom is kind of bothering me. Do we have like this in a better darker color? Yeah, I could do it like that. I don't hate that. I do hate the very white concrete. Maybe I do go with the grayish black. Not the vibe I was going for originally, but I can make it work. I can make it work. Honestly, we don't need a shower or anything, I don't feel like. I feel like we could get away with having like one toilet stall in here. And we might as well use an actual toilet stall since this pack did come with them. I don't know if we'll use the exact same swatch as we did downstairs. Maybe I try to bring in a little bit more of a neutral wood in here with this. I want to put it in the corner here. So we can put it in the corner here and then, well, or do, because if I put it this way, it won't fit, right? Like, I feel like I have to put it this way. But we could do what I've seen a lot in my childhood, and that is to squeeze the sink over here in this corner. Yeah, we could do like that, and then we could put a little simple mirror in like that. Did we have it in brown? Not brown I want it, but it'll do. That one kind of matches the wall. And then we can get a wall light that fits over the sink and like have it shine down on it. I feel like that makes sense. Just like a little spotlight for the sink so you can see yourself a little bit better. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so that's good for a little bathroom. Maybe we put some kind of artwork in here. I mean, the walls do seem a little barren for an art studio. I feel like those are cute. I kind of like that, but it kind of makes me want to put like a skinny little table under it, which I don't know why they would need that, but I could do like my classic wood table. This kind of matches the toilet stall. Does it fit in the room though? I mean, if I shove it in the corner, I feel like that fits nicely. How does it look with the height? Yeah, it looks pretty good with the height of the paintings. So we can have that little table there. I guess we could put like small little plants on this table. Like we have those new little plants that I'm so obsessed with. I guess it's not too new, but it's new enough for me to consider it to be new. What if we put it in black? There we go. So we can have a little decoration moment in the bathroom. Maybe we can like put a little bit of extra toilet paper or something over here. Like, because I feel like a business would need somewhere to put extra toilet paper. So let's go here. And we have the toilet paper that fits on top of the... Yeah! We could just load this up with like extra toilet paper. Just have some randomly placed toilet paper rolls over here. Think maybe one more. Yeah, that works for me. Close enough for me. So we have some toilet rolls here in case anyone needs them. We have an employee bathroom that has some artwork. Speaking of artwork, I feel like we should put some more artwork over here. Like I said, I'm trying to get as much artwork as I can in. Let's see. What kind of artwork do we want to go? We went any kind of Japanese theme there. We have this. This is kind of a cute wall decor piece. We have this. This kind of goes with our vibes too. Maybe we could do like this. I don't know. I feel like that goes together. And then what if over here we got some tapestries? I know I just said I want more paintings, but these tapestries kind of look kind of cool right here. And we could put like a painting in between them. Like maybe something like this, like a little cat painting here. I don't know. It's also a tapestry, but it has like a painting artwork on it. So we could put those there. I don't think like the hallway needs like seating or anything. I think that might be too much. We could do like a mural, another one of the mural pieces from the pack. Right here. Like we could do one of these. Like what if we did this little sleepy kitty mural situation here? I think that's cute, right? If I could get it to place there and not in the doorways. Yeah, I think that's cute. We could have a little thing there. Maybe we could put like a plant in the hallway. I mean, I haven't used this in this build yet. And I am quite obsessed with this piece. But now I want to make this smaller. So we could put it cutely like centered above it. Oh, that's cute. And then when the walls are down, it adds a little bit more decoration in the hallway. I just don't want to get too much in the hallway. We could put a another little couch though. Like the same one we have by the entryway. That's why if someone's in the bathroom, they can wait. And then we have to do this area. So like I said, I want to do a little like space over here for like a little lounge break area room, and then like a little kitchenette over in this area. So I'm thinking maybe I almost want to put the kitchenette along this wall, but I also had originally planned on putting it kind of over here. Maybe we put like a dining space over here, and then we can do a little kitchenette over here. Now with the double archway, it does make it a little weird, but I think we can still do it. So let me go to the kitchen. First of all, we don't have a new kitchen set, but the base game did get a new upgrade to one of the kitchen counters. So we could use like this. I don't like the stone ones as much because the matching counters, or cabinets are stone, and that doesn't make sense to me, but I'm not feeling the woods very much in this. So what about this little kitchen set here? So we have these counters that kind of go with this fridge and stove, and then we could do the matching cabinets. Do they have matching cabinets? Of course, the one I picked doesn't have a matching cabinet. What will I do? Well, we could, I guess, use... That does not look good. That does not look... I was going to say we could use those, but I don't think so. We could use these. They're not the best. I don't love the gold accents on them, but I'll make them work. I'll make them work. I can also place them just ever so slightly higher, just so it doesn't, like, murder the fridge. So we could put these here, and then honestly just put a little trash can in the corner. And I feel like if we're running a business, we should be trying to make as much money as we can. So I feel like we should put one of the money trash cans. I feel like that's a must. We could even possibly fit two. Can we fit two? I think we can fit two. Aha. Well, kinda. It's a squeeze. It's a squeeze. I'm going to shove this one in the corner a little bit more. But I think it works. I could also place them sideways, but I think they work better when they're faced forwards. So I have two trash cans there, a little kitchenette set here. We should probably put some kind of sink. So we could put a sink in this little island spot here. Or do we want to do it across from the fridge? I feel like it looks better across from the stove. It's just, it would be very inconvenient to have the stove and the sink right across from each other if there was more than one person, but oh well. And then also, I think the pack came with a new bar stool, question mark? Yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a bar stool up in here. We can do like, I'm trying to decide between this one or, no, that one's a pattern. Let's do this one. And then we can do a little seating area. We do have a dining table that comes with the pack. It's just not the exact color I want. Let's see. There's this. I don't hate this. We could put this here. Do this, the chairs that kind of go with it. So that's this swatch. Okay, so we could put some chairs over here for like you to take like your lunch break or whatever. I don't feel like we would have this many employees, but I kind of like the look of it, and I kind of like the idea of a fuzzy rug, or even we could bring the same rug back that we had by the front door and use that again. Since we're already using it, we might as well. And we can do the same thing, just layer 3 of them together. I like the way that looks. And then last, I just kind of want like a little living space. So I think we're going to put a bookshelf. So let's go ahead and put like a full wall bookshelf. If I can find one that fits good. I kind of like the Crystal Creations one. just because it has a ladder, and I feel like that's fancy AF. It's fancier when you have multiple bookshelves, but I'll stick with the one. And then we could put like a little TV area over here. So I know we have a TV downstairs, but that's mainly for like work. This is going to be like recreational, like if the people need it. We could put a couch. I want to put that base game couch that we have in this 2-seater, but just have it in the 3-seater up here. And we could like line it up there and put like a coffee table. Let's see. I kind of like this round one from Eco Lifestyle. Like, I know it's weird and random, but I kind of like it. There is also no, that does not fit the vibe. I kind of am digging like the roundness, or maybe even the octagon one, because if we scoot this back like one more, I know I keep scooting it back, but we could like do this almost. I almost want move it slightly forward though, so we could do it like this, and then we could have a little rug that kind of centers off. I'm doing a lot of rugs in this build. I mean, there is the tried and true ugly base game one. It's not my favorite, but it's a possibility. Alright, so maybe we'll have that, and then I can put some music up here for the Sims to enjoy. Maybe another little wall speaker here, and just center it above the bookshelf. And honestly, I think that's good for a little employee break area. That's like more than most people would get in a break area. I mean, there's nowhere to sleep, so you don't have like a bed you can sleep on if you need to rest, but you do have a couch you can sleep on if you need to rest. And then we have the main area down here, so we have the shopping and the entrance. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't forget anything important that I'm going to look and be like, ooh. But I think that's pretty much it for the whole build. The downstairs is very different from the rest of the upstairs, but I think that makes sense for the story I'm trying to tell. So, on that note, I think the build is officially done, but I want to go ahead and go into tabs mode and give y'all like a full tour, because I feel like I was jumping around a lot. So I feel like it would make sense for me to go back and give an official grand reveal. So this is the final result of our art studio that also sells art, that is also a tattoo shop. So like I said, I tried to very much blend it in with the world around us. And I think I did a decent job on that while still giving it its own style, because I did want it to stand out as its own shop. So you come up here, this is kind of what the front looks like. You can circle around, and there's like paying area, lots of big windows, lots of bushes, lots of lights. We have a whole little glass area that the classroom is in. It's very nice. I like the style of it. You walk up, this is the front. So you have a little outdoor painting / seating area over here that's well lit up at night between the lights and the lights on the tree. And then you have over here a little sign for the business. But if you come here, this is the actual entryway. So you can come here, and loops around to the stairs. We have trash cans and mailboxes, of course. But if you come up here, this is the front porch. You have the ticket kiosk here. Oh my god, I forgot the ceiling. Oh well. We're apparently not going to have ceiling paint, because I'm not going back and changing it at this point. But you have the kiosk here. We have the rainbow hanging plants. We have this fancy entryway here. And you walk in, we have a little seating area if you're just kind of coming in and waiting on someone. And then if you come over here, this is how you get to the classroom area. So we have like this wall of plants here. You step up onto this stage. We have a little seating area for people that aren't taking the class but are waiting on someone that's taking a class. And then you have the actual classroom area. So you have some extra props here. You have the teaching classroom area that has stuff for you to paint and a little personal painting easel for the teacher. We have a little kids area and some little storages for the canvases, and of course all of the actual easels that people can sit at and take your class with. And then if you come back off the stage into this area, this is the shopping area. And I'm going to go through and paint some stuff and put them up for sale when I do play on this lot. But for now, they're blank. But I kind of tried to make like a gallery wall vibe. I have another painting area over here. And then we also have an outdoor painting area over here that loops around to the front if you were to go that way. And then if you wanted to get a tattoo or have a business meeting, you go to the basement. So you come down these stairs and you're automatically meted by a very different vibe. So you could come straight across and go into the bathroom. So it has a double sink and a double toilet stall here. It is gender neutral. I felt like that was fine by me. And then we have a little waiting room to either come into the office consultation area where you can talk about tattoos, or if you want to do business with them, you can meet them down in this room, or you could go behind this divider into the tattoo area. So you have a place for you to look at your tattoos, then you have the actual tattooing area, and plus another place for art to be sold. So we have this area, and then we have the upper level if you decide to play as the business owner and you want your own little employee area. So to get to that area, you come to this door, and it leads you up a staircase that goes up this way. You can kind of see out the window as you're going up the staircase. I don't know. I thought that was a cute little detail. And then you come in. There is a seating hallway outside this bathroom door for the employees or anyone that's really working here. You can come up here. This is kind of what's supposed to be the employee bathroom. And then here we have the hallway and a little studio apartment area that would be like the employee kitchen / break room area. And that is the entire build. So like I said, in a couple of videos, I plan on using this build to try out businesses and hobbies running a full-on business for the first time. I've kind of touched on the business lot and with that how the businesses work, but I haven't sat down and do a full-on game review for a business. So this is going to be the business I use for that, and the Sims I introduced at the beginning of this will be the Sims I use for that. But I think I'm going to take a slight break from businesses and hobbies videos and go back to my series for a little bit, just for a video or two, and then I'll come back strong and finish out the gameplay reviews for businesses and hobbies. But I think for now, I'm going to end this video here. I hope you like this build. I think it turned out really cute. Like, it turned out better than I thought it would. I think the light up fences really helped. I think I really gathered it together. I like how I blended it in with the world, but it has its own unique flair. I don't know. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end this one here. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and all that awesome stuff, because you guys are awesome people. I'll see you next time. Alright,